This is BBC Two in widescreen.
Hello, I'm Alex Stewart.
And I am, another English cricketer.
And in an attempt to trick the BBC into leaving us on air, we've dressed up as cricketers.
But, Stu, we've dressed up as English cricketers.
Oh, yeah.
They'd never be on TV at this stage of the competition.
Right,
They're going to take us off the air any minute now.
Wake up, get out of bed, put on your clothes, another day is dawning. Turn on your TV, time to watch This Morning with Richard and Judy. For better, not worse, it's live, not rehearsed, made for no money, not for anybody. Welcome your hosts, they're called Richard and Judy. They have no idea, so let's see how they do on This Morning with Richard and Judy.
Hello, I'm Stuart Lee.
And I am the Lord of the Dance Settee.
Are you the Lord of the Dance Settee?
I am the Lord of the Dance Settee.
Saying it in a staccato fashion while dancing around doesn't make it any more true.
I'm the Lord of the Dance Settee.
Saying it in a high voice doesn't make it any more true.
Yes, it does.
No, listen to the question. Are you the Lord of the Dance Settee?
No. I'm the Baron of the Mime Stool.
Are you?
No. I'm the Earl of the Experimental Theatre Thuton.
Are you?
No, I'm Richard Herring and I hold no dominion over any sort of performing arts-based furniture.
Good.
Will you never let me win?
And coming up later in the show.
At 12:15, we'll be attempting to remove the smile of disbelief from James Major's face. He thought it was a publicity stunt too.
And at 12:25, we'll be attempting to wipe the scowl of disbelief from the face of Emma Noble's parents.
I thought it was a publicity stunt too. Saying in a high voice.
Go on.
At 12:35, we'll be revealing the details of Prince Edward's stag night, where royal servants will tie a herd of stags to posts, and then the gay bachelor, his brothers, his father and his nephews will blast them in the faces with shotguns. Royal tradition.
Royal tradition, yeah. And at 12:49, we'll be meeting Britain's most genetically modified shepherd.
Doesn't look particularly modified, Stu.
He's been modified at a subatomic level, Rich.
Okay. And would you please welcome a man who has made his living playing with his organ. I meant that kind of organ!
Yeah, I know, everyone assumed you did, yeah.
Please welcome Welsh man, Richard Thomas.
Wait, Rich, did you forget something when you came out this morning?
No.
No, I think when you watch this back, you'll realise you did forget something.
You're going to be very embarrassed.
Anyway, what have you been up to this week, Rich?
Well, I've been doing one of my hobbies, Stu, actually, bra gazing.
You mean stargazing?
No, Stu, bra gazing. It's a bit like stargazing.
Right.
It uses a lot of the same equipment, and it takes place at night.
Yeah, what does it involve?
We have to hide in women's gardens and then spy on them as they're getting changed in an attempt to see as many different bras as possible.
That is pathetic.
It isn't, Stu. It's good, because when you see the woman in their bra, right, it gives you a pretty good idea of what the woman would look like bare.
If you want to see that, why don't you just wait in the garden until the woman's actually taken the bra off?
Because that wouldn't be bra gazing, Stu, would it? That would just be being a peeping Tom, which is disgusting.
It's the same.
The first shall be last, and the last shall be first. Who said God doesn't have a sense of irony?
And the news. Irish trip-hop folk rock sensation The Cause, their drummer, Caroline Cause.
The ugly Cause, Stu. Call her by her name.
Anyway, this week she admitted that she once smoked one piece of marijuana and she said, I went completely crazy. That's what she said.
That doesn't surprise me in the least, Stu. Caroline Core, ugly Core, being on the old crazy gravy granules.
Not in the least, Rich.
No, Stu. It's obvious. Just listen to the Core's music. It's got to be drug-inspired, Stu. The Cores have somehow unlocked the doors of perception, like Coleridge, Dr. Timothy Leary and Bez, to conjure up strange worlds beyond the imagination, a kingdom of illusion, a lush green haze of Celtic mystery. Come with me now, Stu, on a journey to the Core's Irish Wonderland. Look, a fantastical leprechaun is toasting us with Guinness as he's jigging underneath an enchanted shamrock tree. Top of the morning to you, Mr. O'Goblin. Oh, yes, it is a wonderful thing, to be sure. Look, Stu, and there's Brad Pitt, the most Irish bloke in the world, playing an Irish bloke in the film The Devil's Own.
I need that money, Tom.
And there, in the mountains of the north, the eldritch Irish giants sit on their stony causeway and beat their barans. I said barans. And play with their shillelaghs. I said shillelaghs. And then Andrea Corr comes over the hill wearing a see-through dress. If you squint, you can just
Shut up! That's what it all boils down to, isn't it? Just sex.
No, Stu, I really like Irish music. I do. I'm 1/8 Irish, actually. Yeah, yeah.
And Prince Charles this week has been complaining about genetically modified food, which is, of course, appropriate, as you only have to look at Prince Charles's face to be convinced of the terrible dangers of selective breeding.
Raw potato, Stu. Go on.
No, I don't want one. I'm doing the show.
They're genetically modified, Stu.
Rich, no, I don't want one.
I love genetically modified potatoes, Stu. It's all I've been eating for the last 10 days.
You shouldn't do that, Rich. I'll tell you why. Because it's a bad example to Prince William.
It is,
Plus, I read in the paper that when the government food scientists fed rats genetically modified potatoes for 10 days, they suffered inflammation of the spleen.
Oh, my spleen.
Yeah. Inflammation of the kidneys.
Oh, my kidneys.
Expansion of the gut wall. And inflammation of the thymus. Is your thymus inflamed, Rich?
I don't think my thymus is any of your business, Stu. I said thymus.
I know, I heard you clearly. If you keep eating those potatoes, you're going to end up looking like a potato. Well, more like a potato, if that's possible. Other news, American TV evangelist Pat Robertson, he had a business contract agreed with the Bank of Scotland, and Scotland was in big trouble there because he said it tolerated gay people, and Pat Robertson said in Scotland, you can't believe how strong the homosexuals are.
Yeah, no, they are. Scottish homosexuals are strong, Stu.
Right, OK.
I went to see the gay Highland Games,
Right.
Stu.
What, and they exist, do they?
Yeah, that's right. And you wouldn't believe how good those strong Scottish gay blokes are at tossing.
Tossing the caber.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right,
exactly.
the gay.
And now, this week's aims. Aim 1 is to send Pat Robertson off round Glasgow on a Friday night at closing time, wearing a T-shirt saying, I think everyone in Scotland is gay. Time how long it is before he is proved wrong, or better still, proved right.
Aim 2 is to create the most successful TV show ever by getting Pace from Hale and Pace to star in Days Like These, in a series called Pace Like These, scheduled at 3 a.m. on Channel 5. Do you remember the 70s,
I
Stu?
remember, yeah. Aim 3 is to get all the customers of the Bank of Scotland to change the names of their accounts to Mr. I am gay and what do you think of that, Pat Robertson, and insist this is printed in full on all their checkbooks.
Aim 4 is to convince Prince Charles of the merits of genetic modification by improving his looks, by giving him ears of corn.
Nice.
You see, he's got funny ears.
I know,
you see.
yeah. Aim 5 is to arrange a special gay Highland Games where instead of repeatedly tossing cabers, gay Scottish athletes repeatedly toss American TV evangelist Pat Robertson till he has died from pleasure or perhaps shame.
Land ho! Oh, hello, children. It's me, Histor, the Sky TV puppet crow with the egg-obsessed...
Egg, he said egg!
...foolish sidekick. Land ho!
Egg! egg.
What on earth are you doing, Pliny?
I'm landing a hoe like you asked. You asked me to land a hoe, Histor, and so I have flown in on this hoe and landed it.
Oh, you foolish bird.
Bird like a bird.
Land a hoe is a nautical term.
Turn like a turn, the bird.
Meaning that...
Mean wing like a bird's wing.
That land
Hand like a bird's hand.
has been sighted.
Has been flighted. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you wanted me to land a hoe,
Yeah,
Histor.
It seems unlikely.
Anyway, what's the news, Histor?
Well, you may have seen on the grown-up news that scientists are trying to discover what makes up the missing mass of the universe.
But what is the goony bird, Histor? Egg, egger, bird, earth, tick.
To find that out, let's fly back in time. As the crow flies.
Let's egg back in egg, 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 egg. What place is this, Histor?
This, Pliny, is the universe, the home of everything that exists.
Everything that exists like a bird's egg. Ow, I said egg. But who is that man coming there, Histor?
Hello, Histor. It is me, God.
Bird.
I am a giant. Look, I am the missing mass of the universe, and I created all that is.
But God, if you made the universe, then who made you?
Silence, Pliny. Do not argue with God.
Wait. That puppet crow has got a point. I cannot be real. My brain, I can't seem to... everything I say is a lie. Ah! Curse me, God, for making me this way.
No, Pliny. Now look what you've done. You've killed God. You naughty bird.
Ha ha, I'm glad that God is dead. Ha ha.
Oh, Pliny Harris. So, I hope that answers your historical query. What are you doing, Pliny?
I am landing a hoe, Histor, like you asked. I'm using landed in the fishing sense and hoe from the urban American hip-hop slang term referring to a woman of dubious virtue.
Yes, but as I've already explained...
Explained?
I meant land a hoe in the nautical
Oh,
sense.
sorry, I forgot.
Shut up! Stop it!
And now it's time to meet the king of the show and to help serve them as usual. Please welcome Trevor and Natalie. Trevor and Natalie are coming down the stairs.
Trevor and Natalie. They're dressed as genetically modified potatoes. What? Huh? Did you dress them like this, Stu?
Yes, Rich, they've been genetically modified. It is an satire of the government of the day.
Oh, I'm ugly! Kill me! Kill me! Mr. Stew, I beg of you, let me die!
Right, okay.
No! 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 Oh! My Trevor! My beautiful Trevor! I hate you, God!
It's the only humane thing to do, Rich. What kind of life could he possibly have had?
No.
This thing.
No.
Taunted by children, exhibited in a travelling fair. And that's just because his face was too small.
Stop it, Lee! Anyway, if you are king or queen of the show, you'll get whatever you desire from this, the safe and lovely genetically modified foods trolley. I say potato, and you say patata, you say banana, and I say banani.
Shut up! And joining us today on the table, Dolly, the lamb that has been crossed with a banana. There it is.
That's for people in Liverpool there. And this is a specially genetically engineered onion.
Your girlfriend's going to love your oniony breath, Rich.
It doesn't matter, Stu. This onion comes complete with its own supply of chewing gum. There you go.
This is good. It's a turnip, which has been engineered to recite the famous speeches of Sir Winston Churchill.
We shall fight on the beaches. We shall fight on the landing ground. We shall fight in the fields and in the streets. We shall fight in the hills. We shall never surrender.
But, best of all, an hilarious Cyril Fletcher That's Life-style potato in the shape of a giant cock. I meant that kind of cock!
Yes, we assumed you did.
Hello, Look at my hands and put your fingers in my wounds, for I am Simon Quinlank, the hobby messiah. You are my hobby disciples, and Neil Petarch is like the Pharisees, trying to crucify me so he can be the hobby Jesus. But that will never happen, Neil Petarch. You will only ever be the hobby David Icke. Do you do your hobbies on the television, Neil Petarch? No, you don't. You do them in your mummy's bedroom. What you will need for this week's hobby: some ordinary members of the public. Look at them. A flask of weak lemon drink. Shut up! And a sense of superiority that comes from knowing something that somebody else does not know and cannot possibly know. This week's hobby is a good hobby if you enjoy doing crazy pranks like on the 11 o'clock show, which confound and upset innocent and blameless strangers. This week's hobby is called the Confounding and Upsetting Innocent and Blameless Strangers Hobby. How to do this week's hobby. First, drink your weak lemon drink. Drink it as quickly as possible, as you will need all the sugar-based energy it provides to be able to do this hobby effectively. Then, go out into the street and find some ordinary members of the public. Hello, are you an ordinary member of the public? Answer me!
Yes.
Have you got change of £1 coin? I need some change for some change.
Yeah.
Thank you. I had change all along. You never even knew. The idiot. Here are some other crazy pranks you can play. I have a 50-penny piece coin here, and it is covered in cat's wee. Watch this. That 50-penny piece coin is covered in cat wee. The cat wee hand, idiot. There's nothing wrong with me! You idiots! You didn't even know what I knew! Today, I have done 315 crazy pranks, and during the course of those crazy pranks, I have confounded and upset 543 innocent and blameless strangers. Why don't you try it? I tell you why, because you'll be rubbish at it. So stop trying to emulate me. You're not as good as me, and you never will be, so leave me alone! Enjoy your hobbies.
Boston.
Now, 2 weeks ago, we said you could be king of the show.
Queen!
Or queen. If you could bring into the studio with you a shepherd. Tragically, no one responded to that at all, which either indicates that an ancient profession has died away, or else that no one is watching this programme.
Shh, douche. In the absence of a shepherd, this week's king will be a shepherd's pie.
Crown the king! King pie. Any early pronouncements?
The pie has spoken. Oh, hi. You just caught me enjoying some of my mum's milk. You'd think her old dugs would be barren and dry now, wouldn't you? But no one makes it like your mum. Now, this week we're drinking a very special milk. It's Jesus' milk. This statue of Jesus has been crying milk for several months now. No one knows why. Surely it can only mean that Jesus is sad that more people aren't drinking different kinds of milk. Don't worry, Jesus. They'll soon learn. I'm really looking forward to this. I've always dreamed of drinking Jesus' milk. And the taste? Oh, God! This milk is unpalatable. It tastes like stone that has been acted upon by a very weak acid. 1 out of 10. And that's only because you're Jesus. There'll always be milk.
Lazy TV executive twits, taking cocaine and commissioning shows. Lazy TV executive twits, lazy TV executive twits.
This week on Lazy TV Executive Twits, Channel 5. Last year, and this is true, Channel 5 got in contact with me asking if I would be interested in presenting a programme about fishing.
So that would be fishing with herring. Do you see how that would work?
Funny thing is, until that point, I hadn't even noticed that my surname was a kind of fish. Suddenly, all the taunts I got in the playground made sense to you. Kipper, fish pants, knobhead.
Yeah. Knobhead. That's not a kind of fish,
It
is
is, Stu, the knob-headed haddock.
Oh, yeah.
I'd be crying away, but they'd still carry on shouting out the insults, Stu. And that was just the teachers. Thing is, I was 28 years old when that happened as well. At the time of that
Now,
occurrence.
Channel 5 had a show on last year about gardening, presented by a woman called Jackie Flower, and they called that Flower's Garden or something like that. So can you see the formula Channel 5 are working to here?
Yeah. So we've decided to submit a few proposals of our own to Channel 5 in the same vein. So this first one is called Fox Watch with Dr. Fox, in which Dr. Fox hides a secret camera in the toilet of small American actor Michael J. Fox and watches him go about his daily ablutions.
Paxman's Pac-Man here. Jeremy Paxman of Newsnight goes around the country on a moped playing the early arcade game Pac-Man. He's not allowed to leave any town until he has clocked up the high score for that machine.
That's a good one. Denise Van Outen's Van Outings. Denise Van Outen goes out in a van and meets other people with Van in their name and outs them as homosexuals. Whether they are or not. Possible targets might be Eddie Van Halen, Lawrence Van de Post, or Steve Van Tompkinson from Drop the Dead Donkey.
Oh, that's good, yeah. Dimblebee's Dim Bumblebees. David Dimbleby presents a kind of candid camera programme for bees where the foolish insects are shown making mistakes like trying to collect pollen from artificial flowers. That's all there is on that one, really.
Midge Ure's Midge Urine, in which Midge Ure travels around the country on a motorcycle looking at and sampling the urine of different species of midges.
Who'd be interested in that? No one.
No one would be interested in that.
I actually wanted to come up with one for the 1980s kids TV presenter Christopher Lillycrap, but I couldn't think of anything.
Yeah. Consider the lily crap, Stu.
What's that, a religious programme with a sort of scatological bent?
Yeah, much like our show.
Yeah, I see.
Once, I went to a coconut shy to try and knock a coconut off its wooden perch and win a stuffed toy for a lady who had enchanted me. I'm Greg Evigan, Danny Doyle in TV's Masquerade. But no matter how hard my balls battered the nut, it would not fall. That's right. The gypsy who ran the shy had nailed it down, as if to mock both me and gravity. If only it were so easy to escape the consequences of what happens when things fall over, spill, and get knocked out of cupboards. This week, beer. Again.
Well, it was early on a Sunday morning. I put a few beer cans in an old Sainsbury's bag and my feet led me to the house where I used to live with Margaret. Well, where Margaret still lives. With Carl. Anyway, I looked at the old house and memories came flooding back, you know, good ones. Days of wine and roses, etc. Anyway, my arm started to shake. It's that old stress thing again, and a beer can just shot out of my hand straight through the windscreen of Carl's car. He comes running out of the house in his underpants, looking aside. I'm laughing. He starts punching him. Tim comes out, he's shouting something.
Go away! Stop coming all the time!
Dad, go away. We don't need you. And, well, anyway, they don't let me see him anymore. Court thing, you know. Silly, really. It's only a couple of beer cans. Absurd.
Needless to say, I did not win the stuffed toy. The woman soon left me, and I could only dream of what might have been had nature been allowed to run unfettered. But if only that beer had been nailed down too, then perhaps Peter Gibbs would not have shamed himself so when things fall over, spill, or get knocked out of cupboards. I'm Greg Evigan. See you around, my friends.
It's time for a couple more Channel 5 programmes. Here's one, Lemmy and Leeming's Lemmings, in which Jan Leeming and Lemmy from Motorhead tame wild lemmings. And for people not interested in lemmings, there's a kind of weird will they, won't they sexual chemistry between the two of them.
He's on Craven's Cravings. Newsround's John Craven talks each week about some of the things he has cravings for. You know, food, alcohol, oxygen.
Mainly knitwear, though.
Mainly knitwear, yeah.
And if you'd like to be king of next week's show, send in your Channel 5 show celebrity vehicle proposal.
Genetically modified potatoes, Stu.
Look at your face,
What?
Rich. I warned you. If you ate those, you would end up looking like a potato.
I'm not looking like a potato, Stu.
Heed the warning of Prince Charles, Rich. He knows all about plants. They say he has green fingers.
I know, Stu, but what does he expect? Camilla Barker Bowles is an older lady now.
Anyway, will you please welcome him now? He's back from outer space, so turn around now and find him there with a look upon his face. The curious alien.
Boo! Boo! The curious alien, no. The curious alien, no. The curious alien, a hideous replica. Retreat.
Hello, the curious alien. Right, so, the curious alien, what are you curious about this week?
Boo him! Boo him! Boo! Look, Stu, the audience hate the curious alien. It doesn't work. They want the orange back, don't you?
Yes! Don't worry, Dad. I'm back.
Son! Son, I'm glad you're back. Sorry I let them send you away.
Don't trust him, Rich. He's bad, definitely.
Oh, no, I've learnt my lesson. I solemnly promise that neither I nor my army of genetically modified fruit friends will ever harm anyone ever again. Don't worry. I will never renounce my lust for evil. Mankind will die screaming. And one day you shall all see my power.
You say something.
Nothing.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's back with his fruity friends. It's the Curious Orange. Have you seen the paper today, Stu?
No, I haven't looked at it.
Look, we've seen that there. Look.
What? That's a photo of you. You took that photo of me in Spain years ago. It's a picture of me having my top pulled up by Chris Tarrant.
Yes, it is.
That is such a betrayal of trust.
I know.
And look, the article strongly suggests, without actually having the guts to say so, that Chris Tarrant and I were having some kind of more than friendly relationship.
I know.
Can I just repeat, there never ever was the slightest hint of romance between Chris Tarrant and I, let alone these snide insinuations. How could you do this, Rich?
Easy, Stu. They paid me handsomely.
What price friendship, what price trust?
£5 English pounds.
£5? That's pathetic.
No one can take that away from me, Stu.
You're like Judas, you are.
Ass, he said ass.
It's obvious what I meant. Don't say that.
nice, man.
And so I say to you, take this bread, which is my body, and is given for you, and do this in remembrance of me. Likewise, this cup, this is the new covenant, sealed with my blood, which is poured for you. Not going again, Matthew. What ails you this time?
Forgive me, Lord, but I do not understand. No, don't start saying again. I don't know what you mean.
Don't you even know that yet? I do. I've known since I was about 4.
Well done.
You're saying this bread is your body. No, wait. Do you mean that metaphorically, or are you saying this bread will literally become your body when I put it in my mouth?
Puts it in his mouth.
Don't say that, Jules. It's obvious what he meant. My poor fool, Matthew. Do you not see?
No, I don't see, because sometimes you're metaphorical, sometimes you're literal. You know, do you mean it metaphorically, like you did with the lilies and the fishes of men?
Oh, yeah!
Or is it literal? Are you saying this bread and wine will literally become your body and blood? No, look, stop saying as if it's obvious what you mean. You haven't made yourself clear. Now, don't say just say metaphorical or literal. It just strikes me this is the kind of question that's going to cause a lot of problems in the future, isn't it? And you could sort it out right now by just going, of course, I mean that literally, or no, it's just a metaphor. The bread doesn't literally become my flesh. That would be disgusting. You're the Son of God, right?
I am.
Right, you are,
I am,
Okay,
yes.
well then you can see into the future, can't you?
Yes, I can.
Okay, well then you'll know that this very question is going to cause international wars, torture, sectarian violence, and the division of your church.
Well, it's not my fault, is it?
Well, it is your fault. It is, because you could just clarify it now, and none of that'll happen.
I probably would.
No, it wouldn't.
It might do.
No, the only answer is that you want all this schism and stuff, because it gives you some kind of power trip or something.
Oh, look, the pudding's arrived.
Don't change the subject. Which is it? Literal, metaphorical, which?
Consider this sponge.
No, I've had enough of this. Get out. I'm going. Get out of it. Shut up.
I hope he's left some money. I'm not paying for him.
Andy had a starter. I didn't.
Well, I should pay less because I didn't have any wine.
No wine, Peter.
You said there was all blood in it.
It's time now for a couple more of those Channel 5 shows. This is Johnny Balls Balls. That's a specialist show for after the 9 p.m. watershed.
There's another one, Zoe Balls Balls, which is similar to Johnny Balls Balls, but involves expensive prosthetic makeup.
Is there a series in that, do you think?
I don't know, Stu, but, you know, I know a man who does. Please welcome Nostradamus and his horse, David Collins! Huh? Nostradamus atop the prediction board.
Hello, Rich. Oh, it's great you can see for miles from up here. Hey, you're not trying to look up my tunic, are you, you naughty boy?
Oh, where's David Collins, your horse?
Oh, I've had to sack him. He was getting far too flighty.
OK, well, first let's look at your 3 predictions from last week. Remember, 2 of these right, you win this lovely barbecue.
Oh. You know, my fence fell down last week in the storm.
The fence!
It's not an offer. Now, Nostradamus, last week you said the newspaper was revealed that a famous celebrity is, or was, involved in taking illegal drugs. The news said... Yes, that's right. Ugly Caroline Corr smoked 1 marijuana.
That is so unspecific. You know, he was bound to just...
Come on, Stu, that was an uncanny prediction in its accuracy. Secondly, Nostradamus, you predicted that Wales would win the Eurovision Song Contest. The news said...
You said...
No, unfortunately, it was won by Sweden.
No, it was an anagram.
It's not an anagram of Sweden.
No, it is. There's an S and a W and an E, and the AL is silent and also invisible.
No, it's good, Nosty, but I'm going to have to be strict with you. I can't give you a Chinese burn from down here, so I'm going to have to blow these bits of chewed-up paper at you through this biro tube.
No! Ow! Ouch! I'm getting spit on me! But I like it! More, Rich! Spit more! Cover me in your bodily fluids!
Thirdly, Nostradamus, you said that the barrier between your love and mine would be removed when you reveal that you're in fact a woman all along. Then you said... Alas, Nosty, no, you're all too obviously a man, so
No,
that means
Rich.
the bar... What? Huh?
Wait.
Huh?
I've been keeping a secret from you.
Huh?
16th century sexism forbade women from becoming mystics.
Huh?
But I borrowed my
Huh?
father's clothes
Huh?
to achieve my dream.
Huh?
Look.
Oh! Nostradamus, you're a woman all along.
Spookily, I am.
Which means you've won the barbecue. Come down here and kiss me.
Kiss you?
Yes.
No, it's David Collins. He's
Come and,
no.
Come and kiss me. Come here. Oh, you're so beautiful.
David Collins, he's trying to tell us something. He says Nostradamus is lying, and he's really a man.
No, don't listen to him.
Let's see. A man's chest. Smash the barbecue.
You are a man, and to think I nearly... How could you lie to me like this?
But I lied to you because I love you.
Get away from me! You make me sick.
I'm sorry.
What are your predictions for the coming week?
All right, then. Prediction number 1. There will be a very low turnout of voters for the European elections. Prediction number 2. The tennis will overrun, causing the repeat of this show to be cancelled.
It won't make any difference on Tuesday this week, anyway.
We're the new Hale and Pace.
Yes, we are. Prediction number 3. I, Nostradamus, shall be found stone cold dead. And then maybe Rich will wish that he'd maybe been a bit nicer to me in my last week on Earth.
Oh, dear, you're going to die. How sad. And can you come back in next week to see if you get those predictions right?
Yes, I can, actually.
OK, good. Damn, it's a shame, but never mind.
Damn you, David Collins! I'm coming, you better run,
David
because I'm
Collins
going to glue I am!
Some other bloke, I
Get
can't
off!
remember his name.
No,
Rumpelstiltskin or
kill
something
you!
it's called. I can't remember. Blues Brothers 2000. Sequel to the brilliant Blues Brothers film, in which all the same things happen, except that John Goodman takes the part of the tragically dead John Belushi. Dan Aykroyd is at least twice his original weight and half as funny. And there's a little boy who dances around or something. I don't know. None of us could bear to watch it.
Extra final scene.
John Goodman and Dan Aykroyd drive out of town to John Belushi's grave. They dig it up, pull down their trousers, and relieve themselves all over his rotting corpse as a rain of blood-stained money showers down on their heads. Then they run off, laughing, delighted with their work. I said you don't look like a potato. Look at you.
I don't care. I like being a potato. I want to be one.
All right.
I love all kinds of potatoes, Stu. Baked potatoes, mashed potatoes, cream potatoes. Of course, they're all cream potatoes by the time I finish with the stew.
Have you seen the papers today, Rich?
No, what?
The ad earlier on.
I haven't seen it.
All right, well, look at that there. It's a
What?
picture of you having your jumper lifted up by yourself. And the story here strongly suggests some kind of sexual relationship between you and yourself.
That makes me sick, Stu. I repeat, there never was the slightest hint of romance between me and myself, let alone these snide insinuations. I don't even feel anger, I don't even feel disgust, I just feel betrayed and deeply saddened.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, we did the comic relief show for cancelling Third World Debt down in Brixton last night. All the celebs were there, weren't
Yeah,
they?
you know, I saw Angus Deaton, Stu. You know,
Yeah.
he's just as funny in real life as he is on the TV, Stu. He was doing these impressions to keep us amused all night.
Yeah.
He did this amazing John Cleese, Stu.
Yeah, he's done that for about the last 15 years, hasn't he? Yeah.
But best of all, Stu, you know who's backstage, Stu? Do you
No,
know
who?
was best? My favourite celebrity ever? Only Skeletor.
What, from the Masters of the Universe?
Yeah, I met him in the toilet.
Rich,
Yeah.
that wasn't Skeletor, that was Bez from the Happy Mondays. It's an easy mistake to make. Anyway, just time now for some more Channel 5 shows. Woodward's Wood Wad. Louise Woodward, the clumsy nanny, is given a wad of money made from wood, which she has to try and spend before her parents can steal it off her.
And Seaman, David Seaman goes around the country on a moped, meeting different sailors. I meant that kind of Seaman.
I know, I heard you clearly.
Open a packet of biscuits, and you shall find biscuits therein. Open the heart of a man who hates the Lord, and there shall be no biscuits for tea that day. Just blood. Everywhere blood. So much blood.
Now, you see, I warned you if you carried on eating potatoes, you'd end up looking like a potato, didn't I?
Nonsense! Anyway, it's a good look for me, the potato look, Stu.
Right.
Plus, the potato is the national flower of Ireland, isn't it, Stu? I'm hoping I might, looking like this, might lure Andrea Corr to me.
Yeah, I'm sure Andrea Corr will be very attracted to an outsized, round-shaped man covered in lumps of soil comprising mainly of starch.
Well, worked for Robbie Williams, Stu, didn't it?
It doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't matter, they laugh,
Well,
Stu, even though
anyway,
didn't mean
just
anything.
time for a couple more Channel 5 programmes here.
I've got Hancock's Guide to Onanism here. Indiscriminate TV opportunist Nick Hancock. Better just stop there with that
Yeah, you'll
one.
stop with that. Mel and Sue from... this is Mel and Sue's Melon Zoo. Mel and Sue from Late Lunch appear in a fly-on-the-wall documentary about a zoo they run where all the cages are full of melons.
Right. And if you want to write to us, our Earth address is coming up on the screen right now, my
Or
friend.
if you carry your stuff around in a plastic shopping bag, you can email us at this location.
And you can find out what's happening behind the scenes via this link to Goblin, I said Goblin King, Rob Sedgebeer's website. There's some interesting behind-the-scene facts and censored material.
Stop the show!
Huh?
What's going
on, son?
Isn't it obvious? It's a fruity attack!
I told you it was bad, Rich. Dating was better.
Stop smashing stuff up, you Nazis! They're like some kind of fruit junta. I said junta.
I know I heard you clearly.
I am your fruit king. I said fruit king.
I know I heard you clearly.
And now, all stand for the fruit national anthem.
Oh.
Fruits, 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 the fruits of God's green earth. Fruits from the tiniest gooseberry to the largest grape. We were not here to serve fruits, 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 fruits. No one can surpass fruit's mystery. Think about the fruit in history. Eve was tempted by an apple. Isaac Newton got hit by an apple. William Tell got shot by an apple. Some computers were named after apples. And then there was William of Orange. And, fruit, 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 fruit.
It's the curious alien's mother. They're fiercely protective of their young. Now you'll catch it, Orange.
My fruit army will protect me. Come on, lads.
My fruity boy. We made this.